when I'm doing landscapes or still life, I usually always use a yellow ochre as a coloured ground. It's got a nice mid-tone to it, it's got a real lovely warmth to it, it's cheap, and if you use oil paints in the future, it dries very quickly, so it's a great ground to start with. If I was using portraits, I'd have a lot subtler ground, so I'd probably use burnt umber and white or raw umber and white, so that it's a lot more muted, a lot more tonal. Because when I put this next to my face, it doesn't look very good. That really bright yellow ochre, and you start to try and judge skin tones, it will all go awry. So stick to still lifes and landscapes with it.
One night to speed up truth. We had a promise made.
So I'm just using a decorator's brush,
Both under influence. We had it.
and I often paint the edges of my canvas, so I usually start with the edges first.
To call from hands of above. To lean on. Would it be good?
You see how when I go over it to the end, I'm quite light with it, just to get an even coverage. And I'm looking for all the little nooks here, just to make sure I've got no white shining through.
10 days of perfect hues. The colors red and blue. We had a promise made. We were in love. To call for hands of above. To lean on. Wouldn't be good enough. To call for hands of.
So I'm being quite rough to start with on it, because you want to try and make sure you push it kind of into the canvas weave. Okay, then I just usually check around it so I haven't got any drips or anything on the side, and maybe run my brush around it one more time.
Kept us awake with ghosts, sharing different heartbeats.
And then on a flat surface, you've got to work reasonably quickly, because you don't want it all to dry too much, too quick.
To lean on, would it be good? To call for hands up. To lean on, would it be good?
Once it's on, I then work back and forward over it, and then to finish it I go quite gently, but just one way, so it goes over the top, and then I overlap it slightly every time I go over it. Slight finish on the side, and that's a tone ground. Okay, so now we've got a colour ground, let's get painting.